lovelies. So it's Monday the 29th of May and it's bank holiday today, but I was going to go into the labs and get some work done anyway, and I thought, you know what's a good time for me to film my first vlog. This kind of works out perfectly because it is a bank holiday today, so I assume not a lot of people will be in, which is kind of perfect. But for now, since it's still early in the morning, I'm going to drink my coffee and I think I'm going to film/edit some other videos that I've got planned for this week. And once that's all done, we can head into the labs. Whew, okay, so I've just finished filming the videos that I was telling you about. And guys, in London right now, it is like so hot, and I've just been sat in front of this, which is giving off heat profusely, and I'm sweating profusely. But anyway, that lovely image aside, I think I'm going to make myself some food and pack lunch, and then we can head to the labs. Okay, so it's 11. I filmed both my videos. Everything is packed into this ginormous backpack of mine, can you see? And I am heading off to London Bridge. I've actually not told you guys this, but I wear glasses. I don't usually wear them in my videos just because I've got contacts, but today I couldn't be bothered with the contacts, so these are sitting on my head. And also, this is what the lounge area of my accommodation looks like. For those of you who have seen the tour video, and this is just kind of like the garden bit. I'll show you around, it's really nice. Such a nice day today. Not too hot, not too cold. So, that's Guy's Hospital there. And I don't know if it's because it's bank holiday or not, but it's surprisingly quiet today. So I guess just a little bit of a background for those of you guys who are curious. This cancer centre is connected to main Guy's Hospital, and it's a ginormous lift. So the cancer centre is connected to the main hospital, but right at the very top is where the labs are, and that's called Innovation Hub. And I'll give you a little tour of that now. Oh, the labs are always so scary when there's no one in. Firstly, guys, look at this view. Honestly, and I might be a little bit biased, but this is probably one of the best places to work in London. But like I said, a little bit biased. Now I'm just gonna go drop my bag off and I'll show you what my desk looks like. And then I don't think there's anyone in the lab, so I might be able to give you a little tour of that too. Now that I've dropped my stuff off, I'm just gonna go to another lab to pick up some stuff. But so now I am in Guy's Hospital, and on the 3rd floor there is an oncology lab where I did my first project. And because, like I said, I left some stuff over there yesterday, I think I'm going to go pick my stuff up and maybe say hi to one of my friends who I think is also working. Oh, or maybe she's not working. It's awfully dark in here. No, I don't think she's here, but this is, oh gosh, my ELISA plate that I left here yesterday. So I guess I will pick that up and also pick up my detection antibody as well. And let's just head back over to the new labs. So I've just done the first part of my experiment, which is basically put some reagents on a plate, and that has to incubate for an hour. And now I'm in the tissue culture hoods, and these are what you use to keep your cells sterile. And the reason why I'm filming in here is because, again, because there's somebody else working in like the office area, I'm really scared it's going to like see me or hear me talk to a camera, and I don't think I'm quite ready for that confrontation just yet. Oh, and I just realised what's quite exciting is that I will need to check my cells in a minute, so I'll show you what those look like too. Hopefully I'll be able to get a nice shot under the microscope. Okay, so since I've got this hour off, I thought I can just sit here in one of the corridors next to this beautiful view and just talk to you a little bit about my course in case this is something you guys are interested in doing. So to begin with, what I'm actually doing is a master's, specifically an MRes, which stands for a Master of Research in Translational Cancer Medicine. Now, a lot of people get confused because when I say cancer medicine, they think that I'm training to be an actual doctor or a physician, but I'm not. It's actually just purely a cancer research degree. Essentially, the way this course works is that you have 2 6-month rotations where you work in 2 different labs on 2 different cancer research projects. Now, my first one was in the lab that I showed you at the beginning when I went to pick up my plate, and my second one is here at the New Cancer Centre. Both of the projects have been on breast cancer, but on different aspects of it. So the first one involved a lot more immunology, and it was involved with exosomes, whereas this one is on glycosylation and has a bit more of a biochemistry twang to it, if you like. Now, I'm not going to bore you too much with the details of the project because even if you guys do come and study this course, chances are you won't be doing the same projects anyway, so I don't know how beneficial that can be. But having said that, if you are curious, leave some questions below and I may or may not make a video about it based on what you guys think. So in terms of the actual course structure, we did have lectures for the first I want to say 2 months of the year, but it was literally 1 to 2 hours of lectures every Monday, and that's it. The rest of our time we work in a lab within a team who teach us how to do the techniques and how to do, how to carry out the research and what to look for and all of that kind of stuff. I have to say, if you do decide to do this course or similar courses where it's like a year of straight working in a lab, be prepared because it is very difficult in that you do have a limited amount of time, and although you might think, oh well, 6 months is a long time, that's still not that much time, and you may have to do longer hours and even weekends, or bank holiday Monday as I'm doing. So my word of warning would be, I love it. It's great. It can be frustrating at times when experiments don't work, which is quite a lot of the times, believe it or not. But it is incredibly rewarding and I have learned a lot, so I would definitely recommend it. Okay, now that that little chit chat is out of the way, I've got my laptop, so I'm gonna go edit some videos. I'll see you in an hour. So look who I've just bumped into.
Hello!
This is my friend Sanjay. Sanjay, do you want to say what you do? He's not on the course, but what do you do?
What am I doing today?
No, what's your job?
Oh, my job is clinical trials coordinator in breast surgery.
So I might quiz him a little bit for any of you guys who might be interested in such a job. I don't know why it's out of focus. And guys, this is what Guy's campus looks like. I'll give you a 360. Hans house, and
oh,
this is Sanjay. Good job, good job. Let's go to the beach area.
Let's go have some lunch.
Yes. How good is this? We have our very own beach.
And a beach hut. And the tree.
The beach hut and the tree of hope. Okay, should we sit around the tree of hope?
Do you want to show them the tree of hope?
I would like to show them the tree of hope.
Because they're going to think, what are you talking about?
Yes, this is what the tree of hope looks like. And look at all of the ribbons. There we go. I know, it's okay. Okay guys, so as I said, Sanjay is a clinical trials coordinator, and I don't know if this video is going to go up first or my other video is going to go up first, in which I talk about jobs you can get with biomedical sciences, and that's what Sanjay did. So you did your first degree in biomedical sciences?
Pharmaceutical sciences.
Pharmaceutical sciences, close enough. And do you want to tell them a little bit of your story, how you ended up there?
So I did pharmaceutical science at UWE, University of West England in Bristol. finished in 2011, and then I worked for a private company in Wembley, just making basically parental nutrition bags, chemotherapy bags, medicine for children for the public sector and the NHS. I did that for 11 months, and then I moved to Guy's Hospital in November 2012. Just working for pharmacy oncology, so dispensing chemotherapy, making chemotherapy, screening patients' scripts, and then just go through the script to make all the chemotherapy doses as they're required. Did that for 18 months, and then August 2014 I moved into my current role as a clinical trials coordinator for the breast surgery team. Hey!
How did we meet? Do you want to tell them how we met?
I'll let Atousa do that one.
Well, okay, so as a master's student, there is a PhD office, funnily enough, with like one PhD student. Everyone else is like master's students.
There was 2 at the time.
2 at the time, okay.
Yes.
And Sanjay sat opposite me, and then we just kind of bonded over, I think, brownies. Do you know that they were brought in those like brownie cookies?
The mint ones.
So we bonded over food.
Those mint brownies are amazing.
I think a tutorial should be coming up. Anyway, speaking of food, we're going to go have lunch, but I will see you guys when I next see you.
Bye.
Now you get to be in charge of the camera, Sanj. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel powerful. So can you explain to your audience what you are doing now?
I am preparing an ELISA plate. I filmed a little bit of it earlier. And now I have my stuff to incubate for 2 hours, and I'm giving them a quick wash. Actually no, I need to leave it on there. And then prepare the detection antibody. For anybody who's watching who likes cooking and baking, this is basically like cooking and baking. You just follow a recipe. So I have just caught up with a course colleague who is going to say a few words on the MRes as well, and he's just making coffee.
So I'm a doctor by profession. I'm back in India, I should look into patients who have got chronic conditions, and mostly they would have advanced cancer. So now there's a trend among the doctors everywhere, I guess. They want to train themselves in research more and more. And for the time being, in India there are research courses, and I need to do a PhD for that. That takes quite a time and quite a lot of effort and money. So one of the easier ways to get into research is to do a master's degree in research. We don't have that in India, that's why I came here. Of course I was being funded by my institute where I was working. And after coming here, I find the course pretty cool. Very less amount of work, less amount of what I used to do before. So that's the most beautiful part I like about the course, being a student again, from being a employee of some organization. And I think this course is quite well designed and well maintained. The faculties are very friendly and approachable. There is absolutely no hierarchy, and you get to know really some cool people like Atousa.
Well, thanks Aaron. And it's quite funny because he's come back to do research after being a doctor, and I started off doing biomed and research, and now I want to go and become a doctor.
Yeah.
So as he said, there is a really big trend of clinicians wanting to do research and researchers wanting to do clinicians. I guess the latter is less common, but yeah, that is the way research in medicine is going. But look at this view. This is biased, but best place to work in London ever. Would you not agree with me, Sanj?
I totes agree.
Me too. Okay, come on, let's do it.
Perfect, ladies.
Okay, so we are just leaving the cancer centre now, and we're going to Guy's Hospital.
We are at Guy's Tower.
Guy's Tower, and one of my friends who's actually doing the same masters as well, same as Aaron, who you just heard from, she's in the lab as well, so we can go and have a little chat with her, and also I can show you around those cancer research labs too. You know the same ones that I went to look for her this morning? Yeah, those ones. She's doing some work there. Like I've already said that I'm going to meet up with Chelsea. So guys, this is my friend. I found her eventually. This is Chelsea. Hello. She's on the course. Chelsea, would you like to say a few words about the course, what you're doing, what you're enjoying, etc., since I've just caught you?
I was going to say, so you've caught me off guard there. But no, it's really good. It's very intense. it's one of those things where you always have to keep on top of things. You have to keep reading the papers, and because you're working with cells, obviously you've got to come in a lot, you've got to look after your little babies. But it is really enjoyable, it's very rewarding.
Yes. And what are you doing next after this?
After this?
Yes.
After the course? I am going to do a PhD, which is very exciting.
Yes. So we're just going to go and do her PhD after this. She's going to Oxford. She's very modest, she's not saying this, but I'm going to brag on her behalf. And yeah, so thank you for sharing that little story. So what are you doing right now, if anyone is curious?
So I'm just doing flow cytometry. So I've been culturing some cells using immunotherapy, and I'm doing various conditions, trying to find out which is going to kill the cancer best. So I'm just looking for different markers on the cells to see which has the best expression.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. And there we go. That is 2 people from our course interviewed so far. I think there's 14 of us. I'll see if I can catch a few more of them around. But yeah, thank you, Chels. So I am back in the tissue culture room, and as I said before, I'm going to tend to my cells so I can show you what they look like. It's currently 5 o'clock and I've just managed to get through my Pret coffee. Guys, I swear, I really hope that if you guys decide to come and do this course, you don't have an aversion to caffeine, because it seems like my body just runs on this stuff. Anyway, this is what the incubators look like, and actually, let me go put gloves on. I should probably have gloves on. As I was saying, we've got the incubators, and they are set to 37 degrees Celsius and also 5% carbon dioxide, because that's just how our cells grow the best. And in case you're wondering, the cells are different types of cancer cells. Mine specifically are breast cancer cells. And what I'm doing at the moment is just growing up a whole stack of them so that I can do experiments with them. So I will just show you, and I'll also show you the flasks and show you what that looks like too. So these guys are mine there, and I'll take them out. Give me a second. Okay, so I've got these little flasks which are called T75s. And I've got myself 6 of those. And I also have these larger ones as well. For anyone who is remotely curious, I'm not sure if you are or not, these, the red liquid is the medium that you grow the cells in. And the reason why this one is slightly more red and this one is slightly more yellow is because the cells in here have metabolized this media, which is why it goes yellow. So basically they've eaten it all up. Which is why I need to give them fresh media and split them and put these into some new flasks, because they're getting kind of packed in here now, and if the cells get too packed, then they can just, you know, die. So let's just go over to the microscope, and I really hope that I can show you what the cells look like under the microscope. But if not, just take my word for it, it looks cool. Okay, so I put the flask under the microscope, and when I have a look, I can clearly see them. I'm going to try and put the camera in and see if it does capture anything, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. Let's see. Oh my god, no, you can see. That's amazing. So you can't see it perfectly clearly, but can you see those things in there? Those are breast cancer cells. Isn't that amazing? Also, I think what is also amazing is the fact that you can actually see the cells through the lens, through the camera. Wow. I don't know, you probably think I'm just geeking out, but I personally think it's very cool. Okay guys, so it's about 6:05 right now, and I've just finished up with my flasks, and as you can see, I divided the 2 flasks that I had that had a lot of packed cells or confluent cells, and I divided them into 8 flasks right here. Now, I'm just going to put these back into the incubator so they can carry on growing, and then I have to go back and carry on finishing my last experiment. But I thought I just wanted to show you something. And this is something I do in pretty much everything I own in the lab. And I always mark my stuff. I don't know if you can see this. I always mark everything that I have with a smiley face. I know it seems a little bit silly, but when you're having a really long day in the lab, a little smiley face cheers me up. So It's why I do it. Also, I feel like it's sort of become my signature now, so if anybody sees anything with a smiley face on it, they can just recognize that, yeah, it's mine. So guys, it is 7:30. I'm just leaving the labs now, and after all of that, my experiment didn't even work, which is just fantastic, isn't it? It's just brilliant. And the worst part is it didn't it didn't work, not for the reason that I originally thought it might not work. Am I making sense? I'm really tired. So originally I thought it might not work for one specific reason, but it didn't work for another bizarre reason. So, long bank holiday, and gotta give it a go again tomorrow. But since I'm here, I just want to show you this view. So yeah, usually I take the lift, but I thought I'd take the stairs so I can kind of have a little bit of a finishing vlog as well. But yes, I hope today has given you a little bit of a taster into what a day in the life of a research student is like. And bearing in mind, I'm only a master's student. Some people who are PhD students have, you know, even crazier time schedules and whatnot. But never mind, I will give it another go and hopefully can try and figure out what was wrong with it. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, get some food, relax. Tomorrow I have an interview for a hospice volunteering position, but I reckon I need to come here early, set up some experiments, go to that interview and then come back. So another busy day. So I guess I better try and get some sleep tonight. Anyway, I'm getting out of breath like going up and down these stairs. I should probably get to the gym. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I do apologise if the video is a little bit long, but I hope it has been informative / entertaining. Alright, well I hope you're all having a great day, and until next time, take care and I'll see you later.